Hello, and welcome to my podcast. Everybody has a dream. Everybody has a dream by Joe Kyunga. There's so many plans we've had for our lives ever since we were young. We always aspire to be somewhere doing something great. We always saw ourselves as people greater, well established, having everything working out in our lives. We always imagined ourselves at greater levels, places that could give us the greatness and fulfillment of our hearts. Places that would bring joy, places that would bring contentment of our hearts, satisfaction that cannot be compared with anything. These dreams happened to us since we were young. As young as 4 years old, we would want ourselves to be established, would want ourselves to be connected and associated with great people in the society. Probably a pilot, a doctor, an engineer, a truck driver, a policeman, name them all. These are just but dreams and aspirations. But there is always this one stage in life that defines who we really want to be. We go to school from an early stage, primary school. The definition of our dreams somehow along the way changes, and they tend to twist and camouflage and adapt to the environment. Somehow the failures we get along the way discourage us from following this main dream that we have always had for the longest time. Despite us being motivated by people around us, by our teachers, tutors, and counselors, and every single person around us telling us we can follow the dream, the limitations maybe on the academic performance doesn't allow us to follow them to the latter. And that's where the bridge, the gap, and the disconnect comes in. See, these are dreams we had ever since a very tender age, but now academic performance has come in and we have to divorce these really heartfelt, deeply connected dreams. It's always a sad moment. Nobody wants to get here. Nobody wants to imagine themselves getting to a point where they can no longer follow that dream because you didn't perform well. Sometimes people around you tend to discourage you and tell you you can't follow that dream, and you will never see the light of your dream. See, there's so many factors that come into play to motivate or demotivate us to follow these dreams. They can either encourage us to become part of those dreams or play a part in disconnecting us in following that dream. After high school, secondary school, the performance wasn't so good. Lucky enough to join the university or college. Sometimes the courses we are called to join are nowhere close to where we wanted to be. They're nothing close or compared to whatever we wanted to study. And this is where the disconnect grows even bigger. The distance between us and our dreams, instead of decreasing, it increases rapidly. And there is no hope for us. Hope starts to reduce significantly. There's nothing much we can do. We start admiring those dreams, knowing very well we may never get there. It's like breaking up a very, very old relationship. Feels more like a divorce. This dream you held so dear to your heart, but now, unfortunately, you have to leave it. It is sad that despite having this passion, it is not us who determine whether we're gonna get there. In most cases, it's people around us. It is the circumstances around us tell us or dictate that we may never get there. But there is freedom at the end of the day. There is hope at the end of the day. When the system has failed you, has given you a course that you never wanted to pursue, when the academic grades never favored you to do that course that you wanted, but after the end of it all, you're finished your campus, your college, you have a diploma, your degree, your certificate, you've gotten a job, then this is the defining moment whether you really belonged to these streams, whether you really aspired and wanted to join these streams. What can you do to move on further and closer to these streams, despite the distance and the gap and the disconnect of having pursued the wrong course, getting the wrong grades? By now, maybe you're financially stable and you can afford to pay for your dream. You can afford to claim and go for it. This is the defining moment whether you really just wanted to be associated or indeed you wanted to be part of the dream. I just told this story because most of us have gotten to that point. Probably started the wrong course, got into the wrong group, lost our values, but now we've gotten into a point we can actually come back into our senses and be able to follow this dream. It is all about making a decision that favors your interest, your passion, and your aspirations. If there's this one thing you can do and follow it to the latter, it is following a dream you had ever since you were young. Nobody can stop you. And as they say, nobody can stop reggae. Nobody can stop a dream. Nobody can stop an aspiration, a goal, an objective that you've held so dear to your heart ever since you were young. Follow that dream. Joe Kyunga. This is my story.